Hi everyone, this is Shiju Vadakot. I am standing in front of Independence Hall in historic Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As you may know, it is at this location that the Declaration of Independence was adopted. And as you may know, that started the Great American Revolution. It's a fitting place to be standing before you today because I want to talk to you about another kind of revolution that is taking place in the storage industry, the Flash Revolution. I want to talk about a Wikibon article that came out at the end of last year that was an industry-defining article that talked about the evolution of the Flash architecture. It broke it down into 4 generations. So generation 1 was your traditional storage with some hybrid flash built in. It gave you some benefits. Like, for example, you saw some improved performance and you saw some spindle consolidation, but essentially it wasn't very different from your traditional storage. That brought about generation 2. Generation 2 had players like Tintri and Nimble. This generation gave you the flash optimized hybrid design. There were, again, some clear benefits. First of all, you saw ease of use, you saw ease of deployment, and some improved performance, but there were some significant flaws. For example, as the array grew, you saw diminishing returns because of the fact that the array was built on a dual architecture. You also saw in this generation that there were no real advanced data services available. So this is often dubbed the generation of insignificance because there were no real significant differences between this generation and generation 1. Then came generation 3, which had players like Pure Storage, Texas Memory, and Violin. And in this generation, you saw an all-flash scale-up design. There were, again, some benefits. Workloads were faster, performance was better. You had sometimes data services. So you had some data services like compression and deduplication. But there were some significant flaws. You still had the scale-up issue where you had the dual controller architecture. So as the array grew, you saw diminishing returns. Another significant problem was that you had to choose between the speed of flash and the efficiency of data services because when there was times of high load, you saw significant degradation in performance to the point where manufacturers often said that they should turn off data services so that they could get the speed of flash. So this is known as a generation of compromise because you had to choose between the speed of flash and the efficiency of data services. That brings us to generation 4. Generation 4 is the scale out all flash array model. And really the only player in this space is EMC's Extreme IO. In this space, what you see is a scale-out model instead of a scale-up model. So you could have up to 16 controllers. So as the array grew, the number of controllers grew. So as the performance stayed consistent throughout. So you got over that issue. Another benefit is that you could now have all your advanced data services, deduplication, compression. You could have inline data services available to you. It gave you the lowest TCO with the highest performance. It was the superior architecture that's available right now. You see, in this space, in technology, you see a lot of new advancements, but as new advancements come up, there are companies, all kinds of companies that jump into the market space. But as it matures, most companies drop out because of flaws in architecture and because of inability to grow market share. Extreme IO and this generation of architecture doesn't have that problem. Extreme IO already has nearly 50% of market space. And this architecture is known as the only sustainable model in Flash. At this point, I'm Gen 4 certified, and I'd like to challenge all our channel partners to become Gen 4 certified. Thank you for your time.